Hello, thank you for clicking on my video, I guess. um, this video is gonna be about how to deal with the aftermath of being psychotic for a longer period of your life. Because about, I would say, 10 months ago, I stopped being psychotic. And if you don't know, I have schizophrenia and anxiety, paranoid schizophrenia, and as I said, I'm not psychotic anymore. And it's very weird because my experience with it is like, I knew back then why I was feeling bad and why I was sick. That was because I was psychotic, and I could look at that and deal with it, and I could say, oh, okay, that's why I feel like shit. But afterwards I slowly, gradually started not to be psychotic anymore. It was a very weird experience for me because it was a new type of feeling like shit, basically, way. And it was very hard to deal with at first, because when, at least for me, when I stopped being psychotic, that was when my other issues and problems came to light, because when I was psychotic, that was the only thing that filled, and that was my only focus point, if that makes sense. But then I, felt like shit in another way. At least for me, I felt more suicidal, which is weird. I don't know why. And I was feeling depressed. Also, I have depression, like, diagnosed. So yeah, I was feeling a lot more depressed, which is again weird. I say, like, count on how many times I'm saying weird in this video. Don't bother, it's gonna be a lot. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you believe I'm not psychotic? Funny. No. What was I saying? I forgot. Jesus. No, I was feeling another type of way. Like, oh my god, I'm getting distracted right now. But yeah, I can't freaking focus right now. What's wrong with me? Fuck me. I'm sorry. I should probably cut this out, but I want to be my true self. I don't want to cut shit out just because it's a brain fart. Yes, I hate that bitch. But yeah, for satan. Ow, for helvede. Fuck min ryggrad. Oh my god. And yeah, I'm from Denmark, if you don't know. And I was just saying, my back, my spine, and against this chair, and it hurt. No, well, yeah, it did not know, but fuck, what was I talking about? But yeah, I didn't know how to handle this new feeling of not knowing directly what was making me feel like shit. So I had to work out new ways to cope with feeling like shit when that occurred, because it was not like a day-to-day thing, but at first it was. I was feeling like didn't know where I belong. I didn't know my identity. I didn't know, like, it was kind of like I lost my identity for a while, because I was always associate god damn associate god damn what the fuck associate I am associated I always associated is that what it's called? I associated that's what it's called now, myself with being psychotic, being like, oh, I am only my illness. I was nothing else than that. And I'm just gonna tell how I was feeling the illness of paranoid schizophrenia, because it's different from person to person, but there is like some symptoms that is consistent in every paranoid schizophrenia for the most part. But yeah, I didn't experience hallucinations. That was only when I was really psychotic, and it would have been bad, but it wasn't like a everyday thing. But I did hear voices. I had two voices in my head, and it was both male but kind of not, because it was like demons, and they, after my perspective, do not have any gender. So yeah, and they said mean things, only mean things, like constantly tearing me down. And also they confirmed my paranoid thoughts. I could get the idea that somebody poisoned my food, which is kind of weird, because why would they do that? I'm not that important. Also, I thought that I was admitted to a hospital, and it was Christmas Eve, and they had like Christmas decoration, like leprechauns and Santa Claus, and I thought that the eyes of these decorations was cameras that was monitoring our every move and whatever we said, and yeah, that was kind of weird. What else? I could, especially when I was hospitalized to the psych ward, and by the way, I have been admitted like 23 times over the past 3 years, just so you get a kind of perspective of how fucking sick I was. Anyways, I was sitting out where you smoke outside. You get like a little, what's it called? Fuck, I can't remember. Anyways, it's just like, if you can imagine windows and glass, and then it has like steel bars to keep it together, but not like bars like prison, but it had like, yeah, what, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I was sitting at the bench inside of that little house structure, and I was looking up at the sky, and I seriously visualized I was, without trying, of course, it was kind of a hallucination, I guess you can call it. But I thought that I was swimming in the universe and like going past Saturn. That was it. Saturn and Mars and Jupiter and Venus and Uranus and all that, and stars, and yeah, the moon. It was a weird experience, but also kind of cool. So got to see the planets up close. What the fuck? But yeah, that was kind of my illness and how it represented. And after I got over that, and I got over it with the right medication and having a illness insight, is what I call it, insight into illness, and like differentiating what is your illness and what is not. And not that means like what's you and what's the illness, and not seeing yourself as only the illness, but seeing that you are you and you have this illness instead of you are this illness. Where's my e-cigarette? Doesn't matter. What? That came out of nowhere. But yeah, I learned that, and now I am a lot better because of the right medication, because I had a period of time where I would always feel better, and then I would get off my medication. Then I felt like shit. Then I got hospitalized, got on the medication again, felt better, and didn't take the medication, got hospitalized. It was like a evil circle, you know. But after I was consistent on taking my medication and taking it on time, and yeah, you know, I got a lot better, and that's why also I'm better now. And also as I said, the inside of my illness and learning about my illness is like, if you have an illness, a psychological illness, I would recommend you reading about it and learning about it, because not everyone does that, but I really recommended you do it, because then you get a lot of insight and can tell what's the illness and what is you. But yeah, now I have learned to say and have that mindset that, you know, everyone has bad days. That doesn't mean that's the illness talking, you know? Everyone has normal days, what the fuck? Bad days. And people without mental illness also have bad days. And I always thought back then that, oh, it's my mental illness, that's why I feel like shit, and blah, blah, blah. But in like hindsight, everyone has bad days, you know. But I'm not saying that it's the same volume of feeling shit that psych patients have. Because what the fuck is this? What the hell? Sorry. I just said 12 minutes with this. Nice. No, what was I saying? Fuck. Psych. I was saying something with psych patients. Why do I keep on losing the thread? That's annoying. Anyways, I'm repeating myself repeatedly, huh? But yeah, I'm a lot better now, and I'm thankful for being a lot better, because man, I felt like shit at one point, and I've tried taking my own life like 4 times where it was really close. And now for around 2 weeks ago, also I need to just tell you before I say the thing I was about to say, that every time in the past when people said, when I said or we discussed that I didn't die when I tried to kill myself, I would always say like, they would say that, yeah, thankfully you didn't die. And I was like, yeah, we have different opinions about that, you know. I was not happy about surviving, you know. But 2 weeks ago, one of the staff here at the living facility I'm currently living in said that because she was new and I kind of not needed, but I wanted her to get to know me, and that's a part of me, so that's why I feel it's important to say it. But yeah, and she said that thankfully I didn't die, and I, for the first time ever, said, yeah, I'm glad I didn't die. Oh my god. Why I'm getting upset about this? I'm kind of feeling like I want to cry, but But yeah, if you followed me for a long time, you can tell by my videos in the past, from around a year ago, you can definitely tell a difference. At least I think I can. From my mood and how this is cold, by the way. I've been drawing, and yeah. So yeah, I'm a lot better. And if you have any questions about my illness or I don't know, if you have anything to say or ask, just comment down below, or I'm also gonna write my username of my Instagram down in the comments too. So if you wanna talk on there, just contact me there, DM me. So yeah, that was it for this time. That was it for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video. And if I missed anything, as I said before, just contact me. And if you also have any video suggestions that you would like to see, or you would like me to talk about, also just contact me, because yeah. And I hope you all are gonna have a fantastic weekend, and stay safe in this corona time, because it's okay. I'm not gonna get political. I'm not gonna bash the US and not Donald Trump. A little bit Donald Trump, because man, he ticks me off. Because just in the state of Texas, one day they had 220,000 cases of coronavirus, and Trump is like brushing over that, and it's like, no, it's getting over, it's just like a flu, and we don't need to test anyone because then the numbers go up, and that's why it's I get like, fuck, man, am I the only one? And like, also people say like, I don't want to vaccinate when this vaccination from the coronavirus comes out, because it's toxic and all these metals and it's all in it. And I'm like, fucking hell, are you dumb? Because like the things that are in the vaccine is such a low number that the food that you digest in a day has a higher number than what there is of that stuff, or stuff that's in the vaccine. Hello, is someone home? No. I just brushed against my clips on my arm. Anyways, as I said, stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I love to hear from you. So, yeah, thank you. Bye.